Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games All the Time. My name is Joachim and today we will be playing Age of Comics, the Golden Age. So in this game we are basically a comic book company trying to print comics and get as many points as we can by the end of the game and win. How does this game work exactly? I'll talk about the general rules first and then I will talk about how the solo works. So this is your typical worker placement. So in the beginning we'll flip the calendar tile and the tiles of their corresponding genre on the map. So you have 6 genres. You can see them actually here. You can also see them represented in the city here as well with the colors. So you know it's all color coded. So we'll flip the calendar for the first round. So in this case I'm really lucky it's horror because I already have a horror artist. If I get this as well that would be awesome. So let's see. This is a 6, this is a 3. What these do exactly I will explain in a minute, but now first of all the only thing you need to know is that you will flip all the tokens of this specific genre. So they've all been flipped. Also take note that if you play a 2-player game you remove a level 3 and 4 of each genre. So that's why there's so many open spots, because these get filled when you play with 3 or 4 players. Okay. Secondly, you would refill, we're still in the beginning with the round structure. So first flip the calendar tile, then refill the idea tokens on the board. But of course it's the first round. These have not been taken by anyone, so no need to refill at all. Add hype to comics in development. I'll talk about that later. And pay money to increase creators' value. I'll talk about that later. So now we get to take actions. As you can see, I have 4 editors here and a 5th one there. This one will not be used in the beginning. So I'll take one of them, and like I said, it's a worker placement. I get to place it here, 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 or here. It can also be a her. As you can see, there's no real gender. So let's keep it simple, and let's say my first action would be hire. You can see it has a typewriter here and also artistic supplies. That means that you simply go here and you choose one from here and one from here. You cannot have 2, 0 or 0, 2. No, has to be one of each. You can also choose, for example, I could choose this one and I could top deck here, or I could choose this one and top deck here. Also important, and that's something that I've forgotten here, if it's a level 1 artist, it has an icon here and that comes with an idea tokens. These tokens are quite important. Without them, it's impossible to publish a comic book. So why do you want to hire people? Because when you hire people, you always, whenever you want to produce or whenever you want to print something, you will need an artist and a writer. Of course, you start with one of each, but if you produce one book, you're going to need more of them. And also, as you can see, I have 4 of them, 4 editors. Solo mode also has 4, or your opponents. And these do not get replenished until the end of the round. So it's basically first come, first serve, and otherwise you're just blindly drawing. What is important to know for this artist, for example, on the left is the skill. So this only has skill level 1. It is proficient, let's say, it's good at making romance comics. And if you use this to produce, you will get 1 fan if it's the same type of book, all right? And of course, your name's Sandra Pepper, but that's not really important. If you take this card, you also get the idea token. Let's take a look at this one. Of course, his level is quite higher. So level 3 is the highest you can get. So 1, 2, 3. So he's average. He's good at Western. Once again, same as fan. That's it. And then here, so John Thomas, Corentin Lamay has 2 superhero and 1 fan. Okay, now you can see here the next card that you would top deck would be a level 1. Now, because we're using the expansion, it can either be one like this that comes with a token, or one like this that has the double option. So the coolest part about this card, of course, once again, expansion, is if you hire this guy, he can actually help you print these 2 types of books instead of just 1. That's why you also see the double here. Okay, and then same thing that goes for the artist actually, level 2, and so on. So this is then space, I guess, aliens. I forgot the actual name. UFO. Okay, Sci-fi, yes. And this one is horror. So we got sci-fi, crime, romance, horror, superheroes, and western. Okay, so that is higher. You would just take 2, add them to your hand, and that's it. Your hand is a maximum of 6 cards, by the way. So if you get more cards, you're gonna have to discard some. So if you go to develop, then basically you're not printing yet, but you're gonna take one of these 3, or you can go through the deck. If you pay $4, you pay $4, you will just say, for example, oh, I want to have a superhero comic. You'll keep discarding cards until you reach a superhero comic. But if you don't want that, if you just want one of the available ones, you just take it and add it to your hand again. Okay, so that's very simple. What is underneath, I'll talk about in a second. Then we have ideas. Now, whenever you want to print a comic book, you need first and foremost to develop one, to have one in your hand. You need to have an artist and a writer that matches, preferably. And when you do that, then you also need to pay money, but more about that later. But also you need to pay ideas, 2 ideas. So, for example, if I want to produce or print a horror book, I need to have 2 horror ideas, which I already have. But if you go here, it says 2 + 2. That means you take 2 from here and 2 from the supply of whatever you want. So here, obviously, you cannot take 2 of the same. For example, I could take horror and superhero because I already have both of them, and then take 2 more. Or I can just say, you know what, I'm going to take superhero and sci-fi, and then take 2 more, and so on. Okay, so you can see second spot is 1 + 2, third spot is 1 + 2. If you play with 3 or 4, it becomes less and less interesting. Then the one that we've been talking about already is the print action. So, like I said, what do you do then? For example, let's say I own this one, right? I would then place my writer here. I'll place my artist underneath because the icons match, and then I would place my comic book here. Then it says you need to pay 2 ideas, so I would pay this. I would need to pay my artists. In this case, they are level 2 each, so it's 2 + 2 is 4, so I'd have to pay $4. So the $4 would be spent, right? And then I would check, am I the person who has the most horror comics? In this case, yes, I am, the example. So I would get the award as well here, because I'm dominating at the moment. And then I would check how many fans did this get me. So the comic book itself, 1 fan. Because I have most of them, another fan says 2 fans already. Then, because this is the same speciality, you get 3. Sadly, the blue artist is not used to writing horror, so he doesn't give us an extra fan. So in this case, we would get 3. Then you look up It Lives in this deck of original comics. Oh, I found It Lives, and then I would place it here at level 3, and then that's it. Okay, that is how you produce one. Now, if I was really lucky and I actually had this one, then it would have been 1, 2, 3 + 1, 4 fans, and then I would be at number 4. The comic books are also important because when you produce them, you get the top left bonus. So in this case, I will get 2 ideas of my choice. If you have this one, you get an extra fan. And if you get this one, you will get $4. So basically, you'll get your money back or even make a profit. Well, not a profit, but or have a huge discount. Okay, so that's just an example of how that works. There are ways later on to manipulate some stuff, but we'll talk about that later. If you go to the top spot of printing, you can actually print 2 books at the same time. Now, you can also print a rip-off book. Let's say the solo mode. Does he have a name? Actually, I don't think he has a name. It just says the Automa by Nestore Mangione. Let's say it's Nestore who's playing. Let's say Nestore did this already. He already produced It Lives, right? And it's here. And let's say I want to make a copy of it. Then I don't need to pay ideas. I just need to need to have the artists. But instead of the book, I will look for the copy in here. So here it's called It Lives, but here it's called It Walks. So then I would have a rip-off here. So you don't have to pay ideas, only the money. You can see the difference here. So it's easier to produce a ripoff, but if you only have ripoffs, you cannot take this away. You need to have one original comic to get this. So if I start off, I can also not start off with building or printing a ripoff. You need to be able to rip someone off. They need to build it first. I keep saying building. They need to produce it first, print it. Okay, so that's the printing action. You can also see the lower positions means you can only print one. Of course, nothing stops you from sending a second or a third there to print more in the round. Here, royalties, very simple, you get $4. Second place, 3, and it goes down. Sales is very interesting, all right? Let's say we still had It Lives and we were able to get an artist and a writer like this, okay? So the specialty is 4, right? Then we look at where we are here. This means you can flip 3 and pick up 3. This is flip 2, pick up 2, flip 2, pick up 2, flip 1, pick up 1, and so on. So I'm here. You can see at the top here, if you move one spot, then it's free because you're just walking. If you move one extra spot, so let's say 2, 3, 4, whatever, for every extra spot after the first one, it's $2 because you're taking a taxi. That's the idea. If you manage to get a ticket, right, destroying everything here. If you manage to get a ticket, then you can just fly from where you are immediately to wherever you want to be. But then of course the ticket is spent. So why would you want to do it? For example, I have 4 here, as you can see. I might want to go here, flip these, although it doesn't really make sense at the moment because I only have horror. But let's say I also have a science fiction book with a value of 5 or whatever. Then I could try to flip this one, see what it is, and then I could take it. You can take it if you can't solve it yet, because these are orders. So let's say I take these 2, right? Because I can flip 3 and collect 3, right? So let's say I take these 2. What does that mean? Well, this one I can cash immediately because I need a level 4 and I have 4 here. 2 plus 2 is 4. So this would immediately be flipped over and put on the side or somewhere. And it would give me, as you can see here, 2 fans. So then my comic book, which was at, in this case, level 4 with the award there, then I would get plus 2 fans, go up to 6. So the sales are a way to push up. Now you can see this is 5, so I don't have 5 yet, but there are ways to increase it, which I will explain shortly. Okay, so I think it was like this, right? Once you leave the center spot, if you want to go back, you don't have to do 1, 2 anymore, just 1. Okay, so every round will also be flipping over more tokens, so it'll be easier. You won't need to flip as much anymore. But obviously, something else I could have done is I move 1, I take this, which is, so I've taken 1, I can take 2 more. I move another one, I pay $2, and I pick this one up. Then I could have immediately cashed those 2 for 3 extra fans, which would have put me on 7. And the higher your comics are, the more valuable they are and the more return they'll give you, but more about that later. Okay, so I'm going to put these back for a second. It was like that, yes. And I started with the artist and the writer is here. Okay, so that is the sales, okay? So those are basically your actions, okay? Now, as you're printing comics, you'll be able to do some extra actions, which I'll get to in a second. Let's say both of us have used all our turns, the round is over. First, we'll check the rankings. Okay, so I've got 1 comic book here, and let's say I've got another comic book here, okay? And let's say the AI, the story has 1 here and 1 here. Okay, so we look at who has the most successful comic. In this case, it's me, so that would award me 3 points, okay? The story, however, is second because his comic book is here, so he would get 2 points, all right? You also get money. So you can see here this is $4. So 4 plus 2 is $6, okay? So I would get $6 income. So you can see the higher they are, the more lucrative it is. If a comic book ever goes over 10 fans, you would flip it over and start back at 0. So this is plus 10 fans, so up, and you go up, all right? Okay, then also establish turn order. So you check at who's going to go first this time. Now, I've never checked that before, establish turn order, for the simple reason that I have always played solo and I'm always second. So for establish turn order, that basically means that you would, the reverse of the ranking order to start. So whoever is last will become first and so on. Okay, so now we know that too. Then we would remove one fan from each comic. So basically every comic would go down one spot. So they lose popularity, which makes sense, right? And then remove your editors. So all your guys are taken away from the board. And then you discard the cards here that have not been taken and you refill them. So if you really want one of them that are out here, you need to take them in that round because they'll get discarded. Okay? And then when we start a new round, we flip the second one, flip all these here, refill the ideas, so whatever's been taken will be refilled. We will add hype, which I'll explain in a second. And then it says pay money to increase creatives. Now, I have to put them back again. Let's say it's still like this, right? Because I printed that last time. At this point, I can spend money to increase the skill level of my artists. Now, obviously, these are 2-2, so they're the same level. Okay, but let's say the writer was actually like this. Okay, so he's basically level 1. So I could then spend $1 to have this writer learn from this one. And then you take one of those tokens here, double-sided, 2 and 3, and you put them on here. So now suddenly the skill level of this comic is 4. I guess thematically I always say, like, when they make a second edition, it's better because now they have better writers or better artists or whatever. Now, what happens when they're already at 2-2? Now then, because there's no one to learn from, you have to send them to school and you have to basically pay the amount that they would level up to. So this 2 would go to 3, so I have to pay $3. Now I could wait another round, like let's say I do that, right? I upgrade him to 3, or her, because I can't see the name. Then if I want to upgrade this one too, I have to pay another $3, or I'll wait a round and then next round I can just pay 1 to have this one learn from that. That's how that works. So that's how you can still boost it up, and now it's level 5, so now I could get this one. I mean, I can get it anyway, but then when it's here, for example, and I reach 5, I can immediately cash it in and then boost it up again. Okay, so that's how that works. So if you have no one to learn from, you have to pay the level it would go up to. If they can learn, you just pay 1 to go up 1 level. You can't jump up 2 levels in one go, always just 1 level per round. It's also important to realize that, for example, if let's say this one was here, so Sandra Pepper, Sandra cannot learn from Barb because they have different specialities. So if I were to upgrade her, I have to pay $2 to get her to level 2, not 1, because they have different specialities. If they have the same, they can learn from each other. If they don't have the same, they cannot learn from each other. Okay, and then that brings us to the special actions, actually. And that also has to do with hype that I've been talking about, but I haven't explained yet. So, as you are printing comics, you will unlock these special action cubes. So if this is done, nothing happens. If this one's done, you can see you unlock and there are 2 comic book icons. That means you can take this cube and put it either here, here, or here. And that's indicated with the 2 books, okay? You can see you have 3 books here, 4 and 4. So let's say I go here. That means the next time I do a higher action, I can actually swap artists. Like, for example, if it's literally like this, and I have this one, but I have this one in my hand, or it's next to it or whatever, then you can swap them out. Hup, hup, and then, you know, so it gives you more options to move things around. It doesn't become as important anymore to have a perfect match from the jump, from the beginning. Here, develop, you go to do develop, you get a hype token. So what does it mean? With develop, you take a comic book, right? But it's not printed yet. So let's say I put it here. Let's say I don't take this one, I take this one. But at the moment, I don't have any good artists or writers yet. That's okay, because at the end of the round, so not now, but at the end of the round, the beginning of the next round actually, I put a hype token on here. And that means if I ever print it, I will get +2 fans, okay? But every round, the beginning, you add a new one. So let's say I don't do this for like another 2 rounds. It just keeps accumulating. So 2, 2. And now if I ever print this, it'll be +6 fans. So basically you're like boosting it up until when it finally comes out, everybody goes crazy and buys lots of the comic book. So that's that one. That's hyping up. If you go here, that means whenever you do this, you can exchange 3 ideas for 3 fans that you add to one comic. So suddenly you can say, okay, those 3 ideas, let's say I go here, 2 + 2, then I only take 1, and the other 3 I discard to push this one up 3, for example. That would work, okay? Okay, so that happens after you've done 1. So let's say it's here. Then when you, your second, I mean, when you do your third, suddenly you can also go here, or the previous spots. If you go here, that means that whenever you print, you can get a better color token. So this is a better color token, and that means you will put it on a printed comic book, and at the end of the round, at the end of the game, it'll give you 2 extra points. Okay, so you get it after you print a comic book. Now, if you print two comic books at once, then you only put this on the second one, okay, not on the first one, okay, or not on both, I mean. So the last one you printed gets it. So that's the better color token, so +2 points. If you play even better and you unlock the next one, then you can start choosing the bottom ones. For example, if you do royalties, that means that you can spend money to get extra fans. If you go to sales, that means you can, the moment you go to sales, you take this guy and you can use him that round. So let's say I go to sales with my person and do whatever it says. So then I take this one in my hand and I still have 4. Now at the end of the round, this one just goes back here again, okay? You need to go back to sales to activate this guy again. So those are basically all the special actions you can unlock and then use. If you go farther, that means that you can then move these cubes around. Because in the beginning they're locked, but if you have a 5th comic book, you can move them around. Also, you get 1 point for each original comic book that you have produced. And if you print the 6th one, that means from then on, every other comic, either be a ripoff or original, will give you 2 extra points. If there are any mistakes or whatever, or rules that I forgot to mention, then you can see them most likely in a pinned comment below. So I haven't spoken yet about the solo mode. I will do that now. So I already said, if you play solo, there is no turn order, okay, because you're always second. The solo and this one, the story, only has 4 editors. It has nothing else, no other tokens anywhere. He has a solo deck. You shuffle, you put face down 4 cards, and you will always do what it says on the card. And once the 4 ones have finished, and then I do my last turn, the round ends. Whenever an Astoria prints a book, they don't get the points or the fans as usual. They will just check at which round they're in. You can see fans is a calendar. In this case, 1 plus 2. 2 is when you play beginner, 3 is medium, 5 is hard. Okay, so in this case, if he prints a book in the first round, he will get 3 fans. Okay, if it's the last round, it'll be 5 plus 2, he gets 7 fans. But of course, if you're playing on hard, it will be last round, 5 plus 5 is 10 fans. It also says at the end of round 2 and 4, the deck is shuffled and then placed there again. So you don't use all the solo cards in like 3 rounds or 4 rounds or whatever. Okay, so the points can go back at the moment. Now, of course, for every round the solo mode does, it is described in the rulebook. I'm not going to go over it because you can see while we're playing. You can see this is a solo board. It's just on the back of each player board. So if you flip this one over, then you'll just see, oh look, it is another solo board, right? Yeah. So I guess technically, if you copy the deck, you can have a second solo player join and play a 3-player game, I guess. I don't know. All right, so once again, they don't have any special action cubes. So that basically means they will never activate it or get any special stuff. Okay. What does the Automa start with? The Automa starts with one comic book card, which is randomly chosen. So I'll just lift up a bit and then take whatever's underneath, which is a gun. So they'll start with this book. I'll put it here because it's not covered yet. They also start with one writer and one artist card, value 2 randomly selected. So the first, let's see if I can find it, 2, 3, 3, 2. Okay, so they get this one. Now for the AI, for Nestori, the color is not important because it doesn't affect their fans because they do it according to the other calculation. So they're pretty well off when it comes down to that. How does the Automa work exactly? It always plays first, like I said already. It never earns or spends money, and it doesn't do any action unless it's on here. Now you'll see on the cards, I can actually flip it up over already. It'll hire. Now if the next card also says hire, it will not do hire, it'll do the second one, okay? In an event that the 3 actions on the card have already been done, then nothing happens, because sometimes it can have a failed action. If all 3 actions have already been done, then you just go back to the first one again. So it can go to the same spot twice. That's definitely a possibility. Sometimes it'll always also say that you have to do it according to the preference, and you can see that at the bottom of the card, okay? Of course, it always changes with different cards. Okay, so let's start. Like I said, they're going to hire. So they go here. Okay, I'll just put them up straight. And when hire, it says, the Automa tries to acquire a writer and an artist of the same genre following genre priority. So guns, not available. Science fiction, but doesn't even matter because we just look at the 2 that he can combine, and that is a writer and the artist. So he'll take these 2 and add them there, which is sad for me because, you know, the duo one is always really good. Okay. So once that's done, that's it, and it's my turn. All right, so I don't want him to take this one, but I definitely don't want him to take this one. So he's already at higher. Chances that he's going to go to higher again is lower than develop. So I'm going to go to develop, and I'm going to take it lives and add it here. So that's the only thing that I can do. Nothing else there for me to do. So he's going to flip the next one, and this time it's developed, so it's a good thing that I'm gone there now. So here it goes, and then when it's developed, it says if a player has already printed at least 1 comic book, no. So I'm going to skip all that. If the player has not printed any comics yet, or there are no comics of the same genre printed by the player, the Automa picks the first comic from the table from right to left, following genre priority. So basically, the genre priority is now romance. So he's going to take this one then because he has to follow the priority. Yeah. So what am I doing? It's here. Genre priority. So romance is not there. Superhero is not there. Science fiction is here. So I'll take this one. So he now has a lot of cards actually. So if he reaches print, it should be interesting. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and hire the writer that I want because that will allow me to do it lives. And I'm also going to hire this artist because it also gives me a blue combo, even though there's no superhero cards out yet. So then back to the solo. So hire develop have already been done. Sales. So he's going to go to sales, and sales says, I'm not sure if he can do anything there. So flip and then collect, and it aims to remove sales order tiles needed by the player. So he flips over all the sales order tiles of the same genre as the player's last printed comic book. If it cannot flip at least one tile, it proceeds with the second to last and so on. If there are no tiles at all, it will follow genre priority. So basically it's going to flip superhero tiles. So it's going to be flipping all the superhero tiles, which is handy because I'll be having a superhero and a horror book, hopefully. And then that's it, because it says then you cannot collect anything because I haven't printed anything yet. And it says if you cannot collect any sales order tiles from the map, it performs a failed action. So when it's a failed action, it performs the next action indicated on the card. But it's the last one, so it goes back to the top. So it's actually going back to higher, where it's going to try to have a combo, but that's impossible. You use genre priority to take a writer artist pair. So it's going to go superhero, not available. So basically it just takes both of them here. Okay. It actually doesn't do that because if it already has 4, it performs a failed action. So it counts that actually this round is not going to do anything because with develop, it has the same thing. It already has 2 printed ones. So nothing happens. It actually, yeah, sabotage itself apparently. So then it's my turn. Oh wait, these things have to go. I forgot to remove these. Obviously because no one has printed a book yet. So it's not possible. Alright, so technically I can print now. I could print 2. But I can't print 2 because I don't have no. I think I will print. It's going to cost me money though, but it's okay. So I print It Lives, so that's writer, artist, 2 and 2, and then this one, and that also gives me domination. It's not called domination, but it is called mastery, I think. Yes, a mastery token. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 fans for It Lives. It's not too bad. I have to pay the 2 tokens, which I have now done. Then I also need to pay $4. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So yeah, I'm kind of broke. And I do get the rewards of 2 tokens, and I'm going to get 1 superhero token. And then I'll get 1... I guess I'll take a Western token because there's like 1 card coming for sure. So for the future. And the final card for the Automa is Develop, which is not going to happen. And then it's Ideas. That does happen. So with Ideas, what the Automa does is it removes idea tokens from the game board in the quantity indicated by the action. So 2, the plus 2 doesn't matter. Following genre priority in the Automa card. So it will take horror and Western. So and these will immediately be changed into fans. But if the Automa does not have at least 1 comic book in the chart, the Automa performs a failed action. Yeah. And honestly, I think I was not supposed to flip these over either. So, because it would have been a failed action coming down there to sales, so it doesn't really matter. So it doesn't do ideas, and then it won't hire either. So basically it's 2 failed actions in a row. Yeah, because it doesn't have a print. It had a print here, but it was able to develop. So yeah, I guess it's lucky for me. All right, I could actually go here, but then I want to boost it first. And to boost it, I need money because I don't have enough money. Even though my book will give me 3, which ends up being 4, which is not enough to boost. If I want to boost both of them, it's not enough. So I'm going to do royalties and get $4. Will that give me enough though? Because it's 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Yeah, that's exactly enough to boost both of them. And then I could potentially get these 3. But just getting those 2 already would boost it up plus 5, which is nice. But maybe I should go for something else. Like maybe Wild Annie and set myself up for a second print next turn instead of royalties. And just boosting 1 is good enough actually. I can't go to higher. I can go to develop, yeah. I'm gonna go to develop and not take, wild landing has $4, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get wild, no, wild landing will disappear. I'll take this one because he has so many orange. So I'll take this one, which is all lost. That would get me a ticket, which is pretty nice as well. Okay, so that's the end of the round. So end of the round, what happens then is we will check victory points. So I get 3, the AI gets nothing because it didn't print anything. By the way, we're playing at medium difficulty, okay? So 3 points for me, and then I get $3 on top of that. Establish turn order, doesn't matter. Remove one fan, so this goes down. Remove editors from the board, so they all come back. There we go. Remove editors from the board. Discard the cards and refill the table. And rider, oh, and there's tokens everywhere. And I've played before, so you can be sure that the decks were shuffled even more than once. Well, it's token galore. All right, so we've done that. Then flip the calendar tile. So it's round 2, and it's all the Western tiles that are flipped. Another one here. Okay. Refill ideas tokens, not necessary. Add hype, not necessary. Pay money to increase creators' value. I will pay $3 to increase the value of my rider. Not the value, but it is value. But I'm saying it's expertise, to be honest. And then it's action time. So first of all, it is, oh, these 4 go away, of course. And then it's 1, 2. Basically what they need to do is print. I think they'll print for sure. If it's on there, it's probably gonna happen. Hire, no. Blocked develop, no. Blocked print, yes. And instantly print 2 books. That is very painful. So the way printing works with the AI is if it has 1 full creative team and 1 developed comic of any genre in its play area, it prints that comic book with the first available team, placing it on a mat assigned to the automa from left to right, as in the regular multiplayer game. So basically we can say artist and writer. So here we go. And then but it doesn't, yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter if they match or not. So they will get this one as well. Okay. So if it has 2 or more developed comics, it always chooses the one that would earn a mastery token, but it doesn't matter because it builds, it's basically printing both of them. Okay. So it'll get both mastery tokens as well. Okay. And because it is the second round, it's going to be +5. So both of these start on 5. So we have Stories of Tomorrow and Call the Police. So Stories of Tomorrow is here already. Call the Police is here. So both of them are on 5. Yeah, because it's 3 plus the round, which is 2. Okay. And that's it. So this doesn't really get them anything at the moment. It's taking away from me. That's the important part. All right, so that was an epic turn for them. My turn then. I need money to print. I also need to have people to hire. Because once again, there's no superhero here. I can do royalties, but that'll just give me $4, which is of course enough to print, but it's kind of a crappy situation. I like there's a level 3 here and a level 1. I could actually just blindly go for both and hope it works in my favor, which I'm going to do. I'm going to gamble to the level 3, and it is a gun, which is too bad actually. And then here the level 1. it is a gun or superhero. That's actually really good. A writer and an artist. So I can go for gang wars if possible. We'll see if the AI allows it. Here we go. Print, not going to happen because there's nothing to print. They don't have anything. Sales, now they will go to sales. So it's a little bit, well, sales, it says all sales order of the same genre flipped over, but that's already flipped over. Then it will collect 3 sales order tiles of my book. Oh my goodness. So it has to reach value 7. So it's going to take a 3 and a 4. So I guess a 3 and a 4. That's 7. Because it doesn't really say anything about the location or that you need to take the highest value. So because it collected 2 of them, it will also do plus 2 to its highest comic book. Doesn't matter which one. So let's just do the crime one. So suddenly the Ultima is doing really well. All right, and also screwed up my fan plan. All right, so I still have I can develop. That's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to get gang wars. There we go. And that will give me money. But first I have to have $4. So I'm going to have to go royalties for sure. Back to the AI. Print, not possible. Ideas, this time is possible. So ideas, according to, it has to get gun and horror. So crime and horror. And then, like I said, it immediately gets turned into fans. And each fan gets 1. Yeah. So 8 and 6. Then it's my turn. I will go and get money because otherwise I cannot produce. Oh, and I don't have tokens either for this. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. I don't have tokens to pay for it. I guess it doesn't make a difference if I get tokens first. So I'll just get $4. Back to the Ultima. It's going to hire. It's definitely what it's going to do. So hire is going to take a combination. There's no combination, and then it'll check according to the card. So horror is available for the writer. The icon is just discarded. And then the second one is science fiction. There we go. So there we go. Then it's back to me, which is really disappointing, to be honest. Oh man. So I actually need 2 guns. Oh, but I guess it's okay. I'll go here. I get 1 for Western, and I'll get 2 guns. So I will be able to produce twice next round. So if I'm able to go to print, that would be nice. But this is the end of the round again. So victory points now is 3 for the AI and 2 for me. Then we get money. The AI doesn't get money, so it's just me. I'll get $2. Then we remove 1 fan. So up. Then we remove the editors from the board. There we go. Then the cards get shuffled from the AI because it's the end of the second round. So there are actually 4 left, but like I said, they don't want to reuse those cards. So, or they don't want to have all the cards used because otherwise you can predict which ones are going to come, of course, in some ways. So that's shuffled. What am I doing? Let's put 4. There we go. All right. And then discard the cards and refill the table. Okay. Then we flip over 2 tokens because it's round 3. So it's going to be science fiction and heroes. Science fiction and heroes. The game I was playing before, I actually did much better than how I'm playing now, I think. But we'll see in the end what happens. All right, so there's the AI. Please do not do prints. Please don't block me like that. Hire. So it's going to hire first. So it will get the 2 romance cards because it's matching. And then it's my turn, and we're going to go to print. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to pay to boost this. But paying for my books would be 2, 4, 7, 8. I only have 7. But then I can use the money from this, so I should not boost. I can just pay $1 to boost this, actually. So I paid $1 to boost. This is now a 6. And then now on my first turn, I'm going to go and print. The first one I print will be the crime book. So that's 1 and 3. And then Gang Wars. So that cost me $4. But I gain $4, so I just get it back. I have 1, 2, 3 fans for Gang Wars. 3 fans for Gang Wars. And I need to move this here. That's done. And then I will... Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to, because I don't have a blue one. It's a orange one. Oh, stupid. I missed that. Well, at least I stopped him from producing twice. So I'm gonna stay where I am. Yeah, wow. I'm gonna have to pay money to try to get one of these. Well, we'll see. Okay, let's see what AI does. So develop. We'll definitely develop. So develop says, what was it again? If the player has already printed at least 1 comic book, the automat takes the first comic book from the table display from right to left of the last genre. So there's nothing there, so they will take the horror one. So they're going to try and take the horror away from me, basically. Oh, and because I printed this one, I can put this here somewhere now. If I put it in higher, I can still print. Actually, yeah, in retrospect, I could print anyway, and then later on move them around when I hire. But it seems very messy. I think I'd rather go for develop. Or the ideas haven't been refreshed, actually. Come to think of it. Yeah, they're actually here. Should I, in retrospect, do it anyway? Because I can do higher later. You know what, I'll do it. Because I'll put higher here, and then let's say the last turn I actually did this. I don't think it's really good, but you know, that way you see it's possible anyway. Because this just gives me 1 fan, basically. But also this, so it gives me 2 fans. So the Outlaws gives me 2 fans. And the reward is a ticket. I also need to pay the tokens and the money, which is $4. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go to sales to boost up some stuff. Now the Outlaws is useless because I need to basically move some stuff around there. But the guns I can do, sadly they're not flipped over though. I can, however, because the ticket that I have allows me to travel, right? The ticket that I have, it says move your agent anywhere on the map. And you can combine it with free and taxis and everything. So I could go here, then move 1, pick up this, use my ticket. Let's put it back on top here. I should just discard it probably. And then jump to here. I haven't flipped anything over yet. So I'll flip over this one, which is 3, and then take these 2. And the cool part is, so when I was here, there's nothing to flip over, so it's okay. So I was able to take 3 because of here, and now I can actually cash in all of them. So my horror book will get +7 fans, which is good because it was all the way down to 2, so it jumps up to 9 now. And my crime book will get 1 fan, so it's up to 4. So these are all used. Put it on the side. So that I like that. I think that was a really good move. Let's see what the AI does. It will not hire because it's already there. It'll not develop, it's already there. It'll print. Yeah, so at least I stopped him getting 2. So it'll print, and it'll obviously print the horror story. It doesn't matter what he uses for it. So it is the 3rd round, +3, so it's 6. So True Terror will get 6. There we go. And that is it. That is how the printing works, right? I'll just get the 6 and then that's done. Yep. Alright, so then it's my turn. So I need to get orange stuff. So I can swap it out here. So I can gamble and get these 2. Oh, wait, I printed this so I can use this bonus as well. I'm gonna need to develop as well, so I'll put it here. Because I like the hype thing. And I have 2 more people, so I can get 1 book and then get some other stuff as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hire. I'm gonna get this one with the token. And I'm also gonna get this one, which is red, not bad, but with a token, so that's nice. And then I can swap. So because I can swap, I can actually move one of the outlaws with the other one. So it says here, literally the newly hired, or the ones in my hand, or the ones on player mats already. And then you can also adjust fans that way. So I'll take this one away. The artist here, level 2 artist, goes here. This one comes here, which means that the Outlaws book now gets +1 fan, so it's up to 3. All right, which means I can also get 3s here now. All right, so that was my hire move. Then it's the AI's turn. It says develop, it's already there. Print, it's already there. Sales, it's not there. So it's gonna try to take away some of my things, which is this case is the Western. So it needs to get up to 7. So it's gonna get a 3 and a 4. And with that, it'll also boost its most popular comic by 2. So it's a tie now between the police and myself. So if I really want to get the 3 points, not share with him, I could go to sales again and try to get some stuff, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is develop, I think. Yeah, I can develop. Yeah, develop, and I'm not going to take love letter because I don't want the tokens. I want to have the whatever it is that this one has. So it is money and it's teen drama. So that's okay. That's the end of the round. So establish ranking. So we both get 3 points. I can live with that. And then it's money. So I get 4 plus 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9. So that feels a lot better. $9. Okay. Remove 1 fan from each comic. All right. Remove editors, of of course. And then discard the cards and refill the table. I like it. All right. Then flip the calendar tile and flip the tokens. So all the love ones are now revealed. I'm kind of far away from everything now because I jumped there. But it is what it is. All right. And because that is done now, refill ideas tokens, not necessary, add hype. So I get to add 1 hype token to the teen drama. So that's getting boosted now. And pay money to increase the value. All right, so I'm gonna pay 1 to increase this one to 2. And then I'm going to pay 2 to increase this one to 2. And then I will pay 3 to increase that one to 3. There we go. All right, so that's done. These go away. And 4 new ones are revealed. Well, not revealed, but are drawn. And the first one is revealed. And that first one is hire. So it goes there to hire. They hire 2 blue ones, which is a bit sad because I could have used them as well. So he has 2 sets now. Then it's my turn. So I need the artist. No, I already have an artist actually. So I was happy, but it's not what I needed to be actually, because I need a writer, an orange writer, which is not there. But I can take a other writer and then swap it out with this one. So I have 2 blue ones available for the developed ones. But which one is more urgent? I think I'm safe on the comic books because he might take this one, but he won't take this one, which is more important, this one. I feel like hiring and doing 2 blinds. Because the other ones I can't really use or don't want to use. Okay, I'm going to hire. And the first one is purple or green. It doesn't really help. And the second one is, oh, perfect. And because I'm hiring, I can swap. So this one can get swapped out. So now I have an elite writer with that artist there. So it's 5. So it's really good for here. And I have some money, you know. Okay, let's see. Next one. Print. So he's going to try to print twice, which he can actually, even though he has no comic books. Because it says here, if the Automa has at least 1 team of creators but does not have developed a comic book, and the player has, developed, so there's no comic book here. And the player has printed at least 1 comic book, the Automa prints a rip-off comic book. The last printed comic book, if that has not yet been plagiarized, and otherwise the next one. So it's going to print 2 fake books. So first of all, which might mean it might take away some of my things here. So the first one is they're going to copy Outlaws. So Outlaws changes to Bandits. So let's take a look where Bandits is. Here we go, Bandits. And I believe they score the same way. Equal, yes. Without adding the round number. So it just gets 3. So Bandits is at 3. And then the next one is Gang Wars that they're going to copy. And I'm laughing because they the knockoff of Gang Wars is Bang Wars. which is just funny. All right, so because of that, nothing really changes because it doesn't have an original Western, so it doesn't take anything away from me. But the fact is they have 5 comics, which is crazy, which is going to be a ton of points. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose, but nah, we'll see. So they've gotten both there. So my turn now. I think I'll be getting, I'll develop. So I'm going to get the Star Spangled Duo because it adds an extra fan. And that gives me 6 cards now. All right, so then it's the Automa's turn again. All right, so develop. It hasn't developed yet, so it's going to develop. Yeah. So develop is, it takes the first comic book from the table display from right to left of the same genre as the last comic, but it doesn't have it, doesn't have it, doesn't have it. Oh, here, top one also counts. So it'll take Haunting Tales, which is dangerous because it might take it away from me if it manages to print this. So I'm running out of space, so I'll just put it here. Okay, that's their turn done. Then it's me. So I can print at the moment. Because I can print the Star Spangled Duo, which would give me 5 fans, because no one has printed a superhero book yet. But on the other hand, I also want to go to the city. But I guess doing the Star Spangled Duo first is better. The downside is it's going to eat up my money. And I kind of want to pick up stuff first. Because I can boost quite a bit of fans, I feel. Okay, how much would I need to spend? Going here is free. This would be 1. If I then go here, this could be 2. And 3. So I'd pay $2 to get 3 tiles. Because I'd be getting 1, 2, and 3. And 2 of them would be cashed in immediately. Outlaws could boost up 3 spots. And the horror will be back up to 9. Which I guess is okay. Well, I'll be spending $2, which means I only have 3 left, which means I can't print a book. That's the problem. That is the problem. On the one hand, I like to, because if I unlock this, I unlock royalties, but it doesn't really matter all that much. I think I will just print, because I think print is always better. So I'll go here. I'll spend the 2 Superman hero tokens. I will pay $5 because it is exactly what they are worth. My Star Duo, my writer, and my artist, that's 5. And then the Star Spangled Duo here. And then this, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fans for Star Spangled Duo. There we go. Yeah, that's done. I'm broke now, so I'm gonna have to get money anyway. Or I could go down here for free and take up these 2, because I would be able to do them instantly, which is actually also kind of interesting. But then I can't boost anyone, which is bad. Anyway, let's see what the AI does first. Print, cannot. Develop, cannot. Sales, can. I was afraid of that. So it's going to go for my last one that I did, right? Oh wait, it will flip. Yeah, so all the these are flipped over because I made a book like that, so it flips all of them over. And then collect, it says it'll collect 3 tokens, the value of 7, in the last genre. So basically it's going to take away a 3 and a 4. So yeah, so that goes that plan. And then it'll boost its most popular comic by 2. Boom. So if I really want to boost, if I want to get the points, I need to boost purple twice, which is impossible because I boosted it too much already. So it's got me there. All right, so we're just going to go for royalties. I need the money to increase think I need to go far though to reach the 6s. One could argue maybe too far. There's 1 6 here, the 6 here is actually really close. I could, yeah, okay, no, I'll do it. Done, end of the round. Award VP, so that's 3 points for the AI and 2 for me. So 2 for me. I'm looking for a 3-pointer. This is this one, yeah. There we go. And then it's money, so I get 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 2 is 11. Oh, I forgot. I don't need to do this because I get money from here. Okay, then I want to redo my royalties. I don't need the 4 at all. So, if you feel this is cheating, then I'm sorry. But it's kind of stupid. There's no point in doing royalties. So I think I'm just going to do sales because I can flip 2. I'll just go to the right and pick up the 6 for later. That doesn't make sense though. I can pick up the 5, which will give plus 3 to outlaws. Gives me a little bit more money, but that's it. I don't like that option either. Printing is not available. Hire is available. I'm going to hire blind twice. Okay, that is not good. And then this one is also not fantastic. All right, I regret that now a little bit. So let's continue. I get 4, 7, 9, 11 in cash. 9, 10, 11. That's done. Then establish turnover, doesn't matter, remove 1 fan, so they will go down by 1. Done. Remove editors. Oh, I am able to use the 4, so I'll put it on sales so I can have an extra person to use. And then these 4 go there. And it's the end of the 4th round, so the cards of the solo mode will once again get shuffled. And while I'm doing that, it also says flip the calendar tile, but of course we already know. And then refill ideas tokens from the board. That's not necessary. Add hype. So this love book that I'm planning on doing has now plus 4 fans, but I don't really have people to take care of that. Pay money to increase creators' values. So I'll definitely pay $1 to increase my crime people here to 3. That's 6. And I guess increasing the outlaws, I don't think it really makes sense to spend money on that. Maybe the superhero does make sense, so I'll do 1 to make that a 3. And the solo would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for the final round, and these cards of course go away. 3. Okay, let's see what happens. Print, of course, but he cannot print because he doesn't have anything to print because he needs cards, so print is not going to happen. Sales will happen. So with sales, once again, he's going to take away 7 of the superheroes. So I guess it'll be 3 and 8. So they'll boost this to 10, 11. There we go. Yeah, that's it. My turn then. Oh, that was really annoying. I can actually print a couple of things. Well, because I can always swap, right? But I don't need to swap anymore, and I don't want to swap anymore. I'm gonna go to sales because I can recuperate this guy up. So I can take and flip 2. So this is free. I'll take this one, which I'll be using shortly. And this is $2 and $4. So I'll get one back. I'll take the 6. So then I'll use both of them. So it's +4 for Gang Wars. So that goes up to 6. And +4 for a Star Spangled Duo, which goes up to 8. There you go. That's me done. That's his turn. Higher. That's gonna happen for sure. So it's either purple or red that he's gonna hire. And it says genre priority. So he's gonna go for, oh my goodness, for love first. He just takes it away. Oh, the pain I'm feeling right now is horrible. It's messing up my team drama. Well, it is what it is, I guess. No one has made a love story yet. My turn. So hiring, the fact that this would be red is really low, because he's got 3 red artists there. It's difficult. Could be a double though, but yeah. Anyway, that's not a rush yet. I still need icons as well. I'm gonna go here. I will get 1 love, and then 2. 1 love and 1 alien, and then 1 more science fiction, sorry. And just in case I get 1 more boot. There we go. That's me done. Develop. Hasn't gone to develop yet. He's gonna mess up my plans again, isn't he? If the player has already printed at least 1 comic book, it takes the first comic book from the table display of the same genre of the last one. So blue, no. No. Gray, yes. Felony. It's a felony, so it has 2 now. Right. My turn. I can print, but I don't want to print yet, because actually I need more money to print, actually. But if I print Teen Drama, I'll have money for the other book. I could actually print a rip-off of his and take this away. I could. And print 2 of them. So I print 1 original one and 1 knockoff. But before I do, because he might go to print though. And if he goes to print, he can take away 2. Yes. If I print a knockoff, I'll take away 1, which he'll then take back. It's too tricky for me to hope he's not going to print. So the problem is, rip-offs do not come with 1 fan, because it's not on the card. And at the end of the game, they do not award extra victory points. However, they can still get you fans and make money by helping you get the mastery token with genre, fulfilling orders on the map, or through marketing. I don't really like that all that much. And I'm pretty sure he's going to print. That's the problem. Alright, I'm going to go for develop. I'm going to take a chance that he's not going to print. I'm going to take Alien Worlds, and we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. Hire, cannot do it. Develop, cannot do it. Ideas, oh, it doesn't print. Oh my goodness. So with ideas, he just takes what it says there. He'll take a gun, and he'll take this, cannot take it. Superhero, okay. And then it immediately changes into +1 to his highest, was it? I think. 1 extra fan for each of the Ultima's 3 top-ranked comic books. So this one goes up 1, and this one goes here. All right. So then his his turn is over. I still have 2 left, and one of them will be a double print action. So first of all, I'm going to print the alien worlds with these 2. Well, actually, I could hire first and hope that one of them is red. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, alien world first. So a writer of 3, an artist of 1, and then alien world. So that costs me $4, but I get my money back. I have 3 fans. Yeah, not 4 because he has it already. So 3 fans for alien worlds. That's the first one. And that allows me to swap stuff around. So I'm going to move this one to here. So if I print another one, I'll get the +2 bonus. Oh yeah, and I spend, of course, the 2 spaceships. Then I will build teen drama, which is not that amazing, but it is, of course, has the 4 fans. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 fans for the teen drama, which I think is more than enough, honestly. And I need to spend 4, which I do, but I get it back, so that's also fine. And I spend the hearts. And then I have 5 left. So I'm gonna go to sales, where I can pick up 2. So I could actually get +4 for gang wars, but it'll only get me to 10. There's no blues left anymore. The red is not high enough. Purples, there's only 1 left, so it doesn't even matter. Green is also not high enough. There's only 4. Yeah, so... Oh, and because of this, I actually get the better colors on here, which will give me 2 points. Okay, so I think best for me is free. This is $2. So I spend 2. I take these 2. For gang wars, I actually use them, which gives me +4 fans for gang wars, push me up to 10. Okay, so that is the end of the round. We'll do the established ranking and award VP. So once again, the AI gets 3, I get 2. Because his hit book of, what is it? Call the Police. Everybody's crazy about it. Earn money. So I get 6 + 4 is 10, +8 is 18, +2 is 20, +1 is 21. And then remove 1 fan. I don't know, the fans are not removed in the last round, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you don't lose fans. And then, yeah, the rest doesn't matter. Okay, so now it's time for endgame scoring. Okay, so endgame scoring. First of all, the fans at the end of the round, count all the fans accumulated on the chart and subtract unfulfilled orders, but I did have orders, that's fine. And convert the results to VP. So basically, I have 10, 18, 25, 32, 35, 36. 36 points for the fans. Oh, sorry, it's here. 36. Yeah. Then for them, for the AI, it's 5 plus 3 is 8. That's 10, 12 plus another 12 is 24. He had 1 good book, but the other ones didn't really get boosted enough. Then the actual points here, that's 3, 6, 9, 12. For me, that's 2, 4, 7, 10, 12. So we evened out there. Then money. So it's 22, 24 divided by 4 is 6. They don't get anything. Then 4 per token. I have 2 left, nothing. The tokens here are also gone, so it's nothing and nothing. Then it is the cards. So each original comic book gives 6 victory points if both are specialized, so the same genre. 4 if it's only one, and 2 if it's none. So for me, it's 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 34. So, okay, the whole thing is 34, but this is actually just 30, and this is 4. This is nothing. For the AI, it's something different. It says here, 2 VP for each mastery token that they have. So that's 2 and 4. So I'll just write 4 here. And then plus 18, plus 24 because of the difficulty level. So I'll put 24 here. Anything else? No. That's it. And then for me, I guess that's also it. Yeah. So that's 6, 8, 14, 18. So that's 1, 4, 5, 8. So that's 88. 4, 6, 10, 14. That's 1, 3, 4, 64. So basically, I won against the AI. And according to the ranking here, 88 puts me at associate director. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I forgot, this is 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 2 is 10. So I actually have 98. But this is not mentioned here. So 98. So that gives me senior editor. Okay. I think that is then about it. No, actually, because I get points for 5 comic books or more. So I actually have more points than what I already counted. So it is printing 5 comics grants you another reward at the end of the game. You will get 1 victory point for extra for every original comic book. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra points. And this is plus 2 for this. So this is 6 and then another plus 2, so 8 points. So actually 116. Sorry, 106. Another 8 points. Yeah. Another 8 points, yeah. So 106, which gives me a new title, Editor-in-Chief. There we go. Yeah. All right. So, I thought the AI would have gotten more points, honestly, because I wonder if I forgot to add some points here, but I don't think so. No. 1 VP for each fan in the chart, it did it. End of round rankings did that. 2 for each mastery token did that, and then plus 24. Yeah. When I played last time, the score was 67 for the AI, 64 today, and I had 108 and I had 106. Okay, very similar. I think the game is really nice. I like it. It's cool. I want to play with more people because I think then the comic books going up in here and the track here, I think it's all going to be important. Always also seeing what's here, trying to get that first is going to be important. Yeah. Even maybe rushing to get books out, even if it's just rip-offs, to get as quickly as possible to the bonuses. Like getting this one here is really important, I feel. It's beautiful. It's really nice. Yeah. if you have any comments or whatever, please do let me know. If you want to talk about the game, if you have any questions, you can also join the Discord server that's in the comments. Yeah, just basically anything, let me know. I'll play with some more expansions maybe as well. Not that interested, I have to say, in the war expansion because that kind of changes some stuff, but I'll give it a shot anyway. I'll let you know. There's some other stuff I want to try as well, but we'll see. I also want to play this with other people. I think it'll definitely be a fun game. Yeah. All right, cool. That was me. Always Joachim, always will be. There's so many games at a time. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.